Okay.
90 here. Also try to reduce the bright. Can you all see us?
Mama.
It says we're offline.
Mama, look.
Thank you.
That Mama's.
It's okay.
All right, we're online now, so
This is zero watching.
hope everybody moves over.
Yeah, I asked them to refresh our page.
Can you go to that thing again?
I'm gonna have to stop this down and go to this. Is this from today? This isn't right now.
What are you doing? Come
I
in.
gotta go to Video Manager.
It's right there. Come in. Oh, it's changed that thing.
Yes, no views.
I need to have a water tower.
Why didn't we do this from the beginning?
I tried to get you to.
No.
Here we are. Okay, let me go to the other page. Alright, can anyone hear us? Refresh. Okay, can everyone see us?
Hey y'all, sorry. Maybe we got it this time.
Hey, Big Bear.
Yeah, I'd like to know how I'm in trouble.
Alright, guys, so audio is a bit weird. See, I don't hear ya. It's a so small amount, but not nearly as bad, and you can deal with it after the show.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I see you much better, and I hear you.
All right.
Oh,
I don't know why we didn't do this at first. Krista had to experiment and try that other thing first, and you know.
he's blaming it on me.
Yes, I'm blaming it on you.
No, I tried to tell you. You didn't understand what I was saying, you goof.
Okay, I didn't understand. All right, now that we're here, guys.
Big Bear said, love your hair.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't know. My hair or Dan's hair?
there we go.
Probably.
Much better. It's hot and no air conditioning, and my hair just wants to frizz. So, because it's curly. I don't know if y'all can see, but y'all seen it, it's curly. So,
Minuteman Homestead, haha. He said, I blame it on the default settings for the OBS. It's not present for Twitch. And then Grandpa Farm said, it's her fault.
it's her fault. Yep.
Big Bear says his.
Y'all
And
know that.
Whole Place Journal said, I'll read lips.
You read lips? I don't know why you're not getting sound. Can y'all hear us?
Control room. Our volume is all the way up.
Wait, look. Go to the volume again. Hit the thing. It wasn't all the way up. It was all the way down.
Well,
Sorry,
can y'all hear us now?
yeah, she had the volume all the way down. It's all the way up. Okay.
Well, it was lit up green.
All right, guys.
Whole Place Journal said good now.
Okay, good. All right.
We'll keep doing this one. YouTube is, the OBS is just.
Yeah, that's I don't think we have the internet to do the other one. If this is okay with everybody, we're just gonna stick with this one. But anyway, today, since we have comments and questions and stuff, we wanted to field questions about the greenhouse because
I think it was both our fault, Grandpa's farm. I've been trying to figure this thing out and trying to explain it to Dan, and Dan couldn't understand me, so then he tried to figure it out. And it took us both getting on a teaming up like we do with everything on the homestead to figure this thing out, because it's just been a butt head.
All right. Well, something I wanted to share with everybody. You know the traps that I set? If you watch my videos, the traps that I set for the bees, one of them got so full of honey in the apple tree, I was just going to leave it there because I put a whole hive up there.
They
You
hear
know,
the chickens. They hear the baby chicks.
and but I
Sorry.
put a whole hive up there, and not right now.
No, my nana asked for me.
Okay. Minuteman Homestead said, "You do it. Just needs to be set up properly. If you need or want to try again, I'll assist in setting it up. We'll completely contact you."
Yes,
Completely
if you don't mind that, you know, we really appreciate it because we've been asking everybody for help, and of course, you know. But anyway, what happened today? The hive, it got so heavy with honey that it was pushing down one of the limbs and pushing the limb down. And of course, I don't have a bee suit, and it's closing the window. It's hot in here, baby. Don't close the window. But anyway, he come over and he has a YouTube channel. It's called Loving the Torah, which Torah, everybody knows Torah just means instructions. So loving the instructions. But he came over and moved the hive just, you know, straight down on the ground from the apple tree, straight down on the ground. And he looked like it was just like, woof, the bees all around him, just, you know, hundreds. And I'm over there way away from him. And all of a sudden they start chasing me. And I'm like, hey, I ain't got no suit. I didn't do nothing. So that's what happened with the bees today. But they're on the ground now. And I actually found out that I need to add a new super to that because they're actually starting to produce so much they're kicking up the lid. So
And we need to get you a bee suit.
Yeah.
Minuteman said, "Cool. Tommy from Off Grid has my info. Thank you so much.
okay, thank you.
We really, really, really appreciate it."
I don't really talk to Tommy off grid, but I'll email him and see if I can't get your info. You can email me if you don't mind. It's DS like Daniel Smith, DS 813, the number 813, go for green living at gmail.com, and that might be a lot easier for everybody.
And we'll put our email in the description below after this live broadcast.
And we've got a lot of good ideas for doing this. We want to actually bring the computer down to the greenhouse one time and, you know, set up in front of the aquaponics or set up in the greenhouse and, you know, set up a bunch of lights so y'all can see. Would y'all be interested in that, you know, to have a live stream in the greenhouse? Because we got the cores that could do it. So I can be right there in front of the aquaponics and I can show you all about aquaponics, you know. So if you're interested, let me know. If not, we'll just talk about them.
Grandpa's Farm said, "Bees are fun. Up here, we cannot winter over bees and need to buy new ones each year."
Wow. Well, we lost our beehive here last year. They supposedly froze. They were in a big ball, and they supposedly froze. And it wasn't even that bad of winter. So I don't know exactly what happened to them, you know. But I set traps and I've caught hive after hive after hive. So it's not it's take one away and give me 7. Okay, thank you. You know, so
Chicken Coop says yes.
yes, okay. So we're gonna set up next week's live show beside the aquaponics, and if it's not too noisy, you know, and we can talk over it, we're gonna do it. So we'll set up in the greenhouse. We'll set up some lights. I think it'll be fun. And
We just won't set up by the steaming nail.
no. Get Kristen back into it again. Yeah. Sorry, that's funny. I shouldn't laugh. No.
Missy said, "Happy Friday." Yay, can hear you. Pat
Alright.
says, "Yes, sounds good." And Doug and Stacy said, "If you use honey a lot, it is cheaper to buy bees than honey."
Wow.
Grandpa said he pays $150 a year for one new box with a queen.
I didn't think nothing.
Doug said bees tolerate cold very well unless they have a small cluster.
Well, no, that was probably the truth about that. I had bought a hive from a gentleman, and I kept wanting to pick up my bees. I was like, when can I pick up my bees? And he said, well, wait till after winter, then you can pick them up. But then he kept saying, well, I'm about to harvest honey from them, so wait till after they recover from that, since I kept them all winter. And finally, I got my bees midsummer last year, and I kept telling him that there's only like maybe 250 bees. And he's like, no, there's 50,000 bees in there, but there was no way. I have a hive now with 50,000 bees. And when we moved today, and he got stung like 9 times. He's
He's
really
brave.
He's brave, and of course they just
Hey,
get him.
Troy.
They just get in. You're like, oh, I'm gonna get stung on the head, but
It's only because right now my best smelling essential oil that I have is lemongrass. Making our own shampoo. I like it to smell good, so
Yeah.
I need to get some more essential oil, but it'll come.
all right. Well, I'm excited. Next week in the greenhouse, in front of the aquaponics or plants or
This is going to be awesome. I'm excited.
yeah, we might even set up one time in the
Why?
Cobb house, and
My phone's buffering. Is anyone else buffering? Well, I was buffering a minute ago.
All right. So, has anybody got any questions about the aquaponics or greenhouse or food production or anything like that? I've been told before that that I could root a fence post, and I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty intense." So, growing has always been a passion of mine, and I fancy myself as a good gardener. Of course, Chris is just as good a gardener as me.
I've done things that he says I can't do.
Yeah.
I've done. Like one year I started peanuts in one of our, how many seeds does that hold? Like 300 seeds,
Yeah.
little square things. And we had a whole raised bed of peanuts.
Yeah.
I rooted things he told me I couldn't root.
She
Anyway,
grew peanuts in the aquaponics. I was like, that'll never work. And it worked. And that's what started me on growing root crops in the aquaponics. I grow sweet potatoes in there. I grow horseradish in there, horsetail, and talking about aquaponics, we can root just about anything in aquaponics. That's what she says. Root me some of those, and I'll just take cutting and put it in the aquaponics, and it just about roots everything. And I'm not putting any extra chemicals in there. It's just that good of an environment that they're going into. Now, growing wise, from seed to a full head of lettuce, I can grow that in 36 days. So from a seed to a full head of lettuce in 36 days. And there is no boundaries rules in aquaponics. Like, you're supposed to separate it by this much or this much. I mean, I'll just take seeds and I'll go. Let them all grow, and they'll all grow, and they'll stick out this way and this way, but they're fully head, which is the cool thing because they're getting everything they're needing. They're not competing for water or anything like that. So
I've actually rooted so many aloes. I probably got in the aquaponics. I probably got like 50 aloes.
if aloes work really well in aquaponics too. What you were saying earlier about rules, there are no rules anymore. After me marrying Krista, all the rules I thought there were, I don't have those rules anymore.
Yeah.
I
He
throw
was
them all
like,
out.
This,
Yeah.
and this. And I
And
was
she
like,
proved me wrong every time. I'm like, I'm tired of looking stupid. So I throw all the rules out. I'll try anything,
you're making me blush. Okay. Minuteman Homestead said, yeah, actually, I could use some help getting my single entryway greenhouse cool enough to use during the summer.
We have our greenhouse is it's kind of shaped like a big triangle. If you look at Let's Invent Something Together on my videos, you'll see it. I have vents at the top and vents at the bottom, so it's heat naturally rises, and as that hot air is rising, it's going out the easiest access that it can. This cool air is being pulled in, and it pulls across my plants, so it's just like an air conditioner that blows across the plants. It gets hot when you get up to our level, but down there around the plants, it's just like a constant. It's not cool, but to a plant, it's cool. It ain't 200 or 300 degrees in there. So
yes, Robin. That's actually how we attracted our beehives. We have 4 beehives, and we attracted them with lemongrass. I originally had bought the lemongrass to make homemade soap, and that's how I wanted to flavor it. But then we discovered, or he discovered, that he could attract beehives with my lemongrass oil.
Yep.
And then I started making my own shampoo and conditioner. Thanks to Doug and Stacy. Thank you. I had tried it before, but I didn't really like it. But I like their method of making it. Right now, that's just my only smell good oil.
and she's using it all, but that's okay.
He's like, you got to stop using the lemongrass oil, and I'm like, my shampoo is gonna smell good. Sorry.
I know it smells good, but if I walk near the beehives, they're like me in my hair. Me, I'm like, no, I'm not the queen. You know, running away and having thick hair down here. You know, up here it might be thinner, but but down here they just love that. Get in there and putting pheromones on there, telling other bees to come there, and I was like, no, don't do that. Get off me. Like today. They were doing that, trying to get, I guess, after he moved the hive. But to look at him and see all the bees around there, and I was going to try to do it at night. I was thinking, well, I'll go down out there at midnight, and I'll put on as much clothes as I can and try to move it. You know, maybe they won't react so bad. But he told me tonight, he said, no, that's the worst time. That's the whole hive will come after you then. And, you know, you'll be a good target, too, because you're hot. So
I have actually limited my use of lemongrass oil in our shampoo, but I still want my smell good. What's funny about him taking care of the bees and learning so much about the bees is originally it was my idea to get bees, and I was going to be the one to take care of them because he was, what was it? Were you afraid of getting stung, or what was it in the beginning?
I wasn't afraid of nothing. No, I don't know.
So many chores on the homestead.
Yeah, I have a lot of chores, and if we get into something else, she'll say, I'll do this and I'll do that, but then I end up doing it all. You know, like, okay. You know, it's just taking care of the animals. You know, she wants a goat. She says she's going to free range her, and of course I'm going to build a pasture to help her, a small pasture, but you know, she'll get busy here cooking and cleaning and doing all her work, and if I sit down and take a break, she's like, will you do this? I'm like, oh man, and I end up doing it.
Doug says do not at night work them in the day.
Work them in the day. Well, I'm glad I didn't.
And Dirt Patch says I love goats.
Yeah, well, I bottle fed a goat one time. Her name was Cinnamon, and she was the whiniest baby.
This is why he don't want me to get a goat. This is why he's trying to talk me into it, because he spoiled it. Sorry.
No.
I did.
You were answering. But yeah, we want to get a goat like you have, Mr. Patch. It's a Alpine, an Alpine goat. So we'd like a good amount of milk. Each the goat milk doesn't have a lot of fat in it, and we would like cheeses. We have friends that make mozzarella cheese and out of goat's milk and that kind of stuff. We'd like to learn how to do that, and you know.
I want kefir. Really, really,
Yeah,
really
and
bad.
she wants kefir, and you know it's like a yogurt. I don't know a lot I
I
don't,
do the research.
yeah, and she'll just hand it to me. Drink this, eat this, and I'm like, okay. But all right. Anything anybody wants to know about growing or anything like that? I mean, I just talk all. I've been also told, I could root a fence post, but I've also been told that I could talk the horns off a billy goat. But she's been told that too, more than me. So put us both together and we're in trouble. We'll just kind of blah 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 the whole time. But
I think that you're a little bit worse than I am. Yes, you are. When
no,
you get to talking about the homestead and the outside stuff, then you're like, there's no getting a word in edgewise. But when I get to talking about the woman's side of things and my side of the homestead, then that's a total different story.
yeah.
So you have your category and I have mine. Although we both team up on both, we are a team, and that's how this homestead works because there's only two of us.
Yeah.
And it is started doing helping out, but we are the workhorses around here.
Yeah.
And it's very hard. So we couldn't do this if we didn't work together.
Yeah, she's gonna read it. She's got to read them from her phone. So
Dirt Patch said kefir is great too. I prefer Pima for goat's milk. What is that, Dirt Patch Heaven?
Pima.
Yeah, Pima.
I don't know what.
Everybody's talking about Pima, and I haven't got the chance to research it. Isn't that what Doug and Stacy talked about today? And I asked what that was, and you asked me what it was.
Yesterday.
I thought it was today. Their video today.
No, the video today was homesteaders versus preppers.
I know, but I think they talked about Pima. They talked about something that we didn't know what it was.
Okay, they talked about in their video today. If you're not keeping up with the homesteaders versus preppers, you need to go check it out. It's a chain of videos. It's going through a big long list of homesteaders and Mr. Patches was today. I mean, not today, the 5th, and ours was the 6th. Big Family Homestead was the 7th, and Doug and Stacy's was today, which was they're all been really good videos.
We love them.
Yeah, not as funny as ours, though.
They are all very good. I mean, it's just awesome to get everybody's point of view and everybody's outlook on things. We agree completely with everyone. It's just nice to have the community and to just be able to share our passion, and that's our way of communication, really.
Yeah, it seems like it's a pattern so far.
I want to tell you about what Whole Place Journal said because
Okay.
it is hilarious. They said they had a goat that screamed all day long unless I let her run loose. Then she'd go eat poison oak and then lay in my yard chair. I'm highly allergic to poison oak. Sigh. It's not funny, but...
Oh, let's go with Cinnamon. I was telling y'all that story. Cinnamon, but we they were taking the milk, so we got the baby early, so we bottle fed this baby. And that's what she was her entire life, was this big baby that had to be smelling our butts at all the time. And if we left the door open, the screen door or something, she'd come right through, come in, saying, "Hey, I'm here." So we tried to chain her up, and if we chained her up, then she, like they said, she would just scream all day long, "You're killing me!" So, but anyway, that's why I didn't want to go. But now watching Dirt Patch Heaven and her goats and getting them trained early as a baby. Now I want a baby and train them to be moved like she moves hers and stuff like that. Now I've changed my mind about a goat. I want to try it again where I didn't before. So this is why, you know, all these homesteads are helping everybody else, is because now I changed my mind. I'd like to try a goat again. So, you know, other than cinnamon. So nobody has any questions about the aquaponics or the greenhouse or
I'm not seeing any more questions for some reason.
you might have to refresh your phone. Right now we're harvesting tomatoes and cucumbers, a lot of Swiss chard. This crazy caterpillar, it's a white butterfly, gets in our greenhouse, and once they're in there, then they just infest the whole thing, and it devastates my kales, red kales, dinosaur kales, blue kales, and
Okay, so I just got a whole bunch of comments. Marlene said she has milk kefir grains. I can see if you like. I have a few videos on how to make it. I have made it with raw cow's milk for many years. Happy to help. Oh, thank you.
yeah, she was talking about having to buy it. I was like, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, we need that.
Love and Notorious says, I got a billy goat. Come talk its horns off. Hey, Troy and Susan.
Yeah, that's Troy and Susan. He's the one that Love and Tora was over here with the bees today. So he got stung 9 times. And they were just, you know, attracted to the suit. He took off the suit, and then they were still there. And, you know, okay. But anyway.
Dirt Patch says, it's just a different culture similar to kefir. Awesome. I'd like to talk to you about it, Dirt Patch, and I'll also start researching about it.
Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So anyway, we're harvesting tomatoes, which we'll get our videos this week.
Dirt Patch said our video was definitely the funniest beginning.
I told you. Beginning. Okay. Yeah. We had.
He wasn't gonna do it. Like, it had started raining and everything else, and he was like, "No, we're not gonna do it." And I'm like, "Look, you know, you done talked about it, and I'm excited. I want to do it." So it started sprinkling on us. It started raining. I was like, "We're doing it anyway."
Yeah. That's why I was so wet.
I had no idea how it was going to turn out. All I know is he just really had his heart set on doing it. Like,
yeah. Well, we'll have to see if anybody else can make a funnier beginning.
Rose of Sharon Homestead said, it's impossible to homestead and not be a prepper.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, you start off as a prepper, and everybody said so far, you start off as prepping, then you go to bushcraft a little bit, and then you're like, well, wait a minute, then none of this is sustainable, and then you take all that, become a homestead.
Grandpa, I love this. It says, Julianne, which is Dirt Patch Heaven, build up your goat herd and rent them out for weed control to the ranches battling gnat weed.
I don't know what that is, but you know, I hope you can eat it.
Hey, Doug and Stacy said it was raining, or we would have sketched it up. We know. We love you guys. Y'all are awesome. Y'all's talks are wonderful. They're just full of knowledge, and they're just joyful to watch. Y'all are awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, we look forward to them. Anna looks forward to them. So
glad you made it back, Big Bear.
Yeah, hey, Big Bear. All right, but
my daughter said that you need a bee suit.
Yeah, I need a bee suit. They cost money, so we're trying to get rain catchment and a lot of big projects.
Ohio Wolf's sister said, how often do you barter for things you need? And what are some examples of one? Okay, here's the most recent barter we had. We had a 32.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 32, a little handgun. I hated it. And
It was
so
a Derringer.
I do the grass cutting around here and needed a new lawnmower. So we traded it for a lawnmower and a pair of bunk beds because the bed that she had in her room was a full size and it was entirely too big in our cabin. She had no playroom whatsoever. And so, yeah, that was one of our recent barters that we did.
Yeah. But we're trying to set up barters. We need to work on it more. But I tell everybody, I'll trade, even if it's my labor, when, I'm pretty skilled at certain things. So that happens more than anything. But we're trying to set up where we trade the products, our
Hey,
spices.
Brad at Big Family Homestead.
I don't get no paper.
Oh, my gosh. He's going to pull a... He's funny.
I don't know what that was, but hey.
Grandpa's farm says all animals do better in pairs. I completely agree.
Well, yeah.
Minuteman Homestead says, I have some questions I can ask you later. I guess that was directed at us. Feel free to email anytime.
Yeah. We'll post our email below this. I don't know why everybody doesn't have it, but it's
Rosa Stern said, please tell me the fish you should suggest for north climates.
Oh, for brim. You could buy these brim that are hybrid Georgia brim, and of course you could grow catfish, but we don't eat catfish. We don't eat anything with bottom feeders. Wait a minute, let me answer her question. And then if you can heat the water, I would suggest tilapia to anybody because they're very sustainable, and we can literally take I don't know, like we had 4 this year. Now we got close to 400. So and that's about 400 eating size. So, but anyway, I would suggest those big brim. If you're going to keep the water cold, try trout. That's what a friend of mine said. He wants to bury it underground and be underneath his building and all that. And I told him, well, trout would work very well.
Okay, so Loving the Torah said, hey, Dan, in the winter, if you ran the rocket stove full blast, would it last or would you have to do repairs on it?
The rocket bath stove in the greenhouse? Well, I've used it for, 2 years now, and it hasn't been a problem. It needs some more cob right now, but that's all you would have to, the repairs you would have to do is just put some more cob on it. But it would run, but it's a drop in the bucket to that big old greenhouse. If it was a greenhouse, maybe 20 by 20, it would be all you needed, for all night. But that big greenhouse is just a drop in the bucket.
All right. Big Bear said, is there anything you cannot grow in your system?
Aquaponics. I haven't found anything yet. Cactuses,
Yeah.
Krista did the cactuses. I mean, even
I did several kind of cactuses.
yeah,
I did
cactus.
dragon fruit, and I did another fruit that I don't know the name of, another cactus I don't know the name of. And then what's the one that everyone's always getting stuck on in the corner of the greenhouse now, in the big tub?
I don't know the cactus, the dragon fruit, as far as I know.
In the aloe.
Oh, you're saying Doug?
Yeah.
Say hey.
Hey, Dad.
And it says hey. But yeah, and actually, I grow root crops in there. I still have lettuces in there, which I will see next week on our live show. I still have lettuce heads, and they're still forming heads and not bolting on seeds because the water temperature actually keeps it a little cooler. Even though the water temperature is only about 77 to 80 degrees on a hot day.
Okay, so earlier when we were talking about knapweed, Grandpa says areas of Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana and others, knapweed is an invasive weed. the local government requires that goat spray or otherwise eradicate it. If you don't, they will bill you.
Hey, Tasty.
She said, "Hey, State." So she didn't want to say hey to Doug and not say hey to you too. So ooh, everybody can see you. So yeah, she's surprised that everybody's watching this. But no, I haven't found anything I couldn't grow in aquaponics. Tomatoes,
Doug
cucumbers,
says, "Hey, girl."
watermelons,
Doug
cantaloupes.
said, "Hey, girl," right
And,
there. Hey, girl.
Like when you're growing a cantaloupe,
My face. And Stacy.
Really?
You said, "Hey, Stacy," and they said, "Hey, girl."
Really?
but anyway, when you're
I'm saying really.
Okay. Yes, we are in Alabama.
when you're growing cantaloupe, you would think it would need a big area like this or something like that. Actually, you just need the space for a stalk and just run it on strings like I run everything up. And so anyway, I haven't found anything yet, but I'm growing turnips in there. You'll see.
Yes, we're growing turnips. So that makes me wonder if I can grow carrots.
Rice and cranberries and what else do I got? I got a lot of herbs and any kind of herbs she wants to root. Rosemary, easy roots. I'm mass producing stevia right now, and our stevia plants are a good 3 foot tall and a good 3 foot wide right now. So
We're getting our tea on.
Karen says, "Hey, pretty girl, you have the cutest smile."
I don't tell them, hey.
Aunt Susan, Uncle Troy says, "Love you, Anna."
I didn't say hey either.
she's being a little show off now.
She's being bashful is what she's doing. And Troy and Uncle Susan said, "Hey,
I didn't say
they love you."
I didn't say hey either.
Well, they said they love you.
Well, next week
Tell
our videos, if y'all are interested anyway, we're gonna have
They see you.
we're gonna make some pickles. We're gonna go out there and harvest 10 pounds worth of pickles and tomatoes. The season starts off drying tomatoes. We dry about 4,000 pounds of tomatoes. That's one of the ways that we sustain ourselves. But now we're gonna offer them to y'all too. So instead of just selling them locally, we'll offer them to y'all too. So and they're some of the best that you can get, and they could be no fresher because they just come off the vine and dried. And I'm not trying to sell y'all, so I didn't mean it that way.
My wiggle worm. I'm having to refresh my phone.
I'm not warm. My mama thinks I am, but I ain't.
But anyway, have we got any more questions?
I think my phone's slow. I'm not seeing any right now, but I'm pretty positive that there's more.
Okay, let me finish going over what I got in aquaponics right now. Of course, I mass produce duckweed in there. I have 4 containers.
Our fish and our water turtle love that duckweed.
Yeah, that's what they eat. We feed them the duckweed that they're growing in the aquaponics system. So, except for adding water to it, it's self-sustaining. We got to figure that out.
I take the water that Tim from the fish goes in there.
Well, it does. So anyway, what else do we got in there? I got the lettuces. I got cucumbers. I got tomatoes. I got strawberries.
We got my horsetail that stops
Horsetail.
external bleeding.
We
We got another herb.
got every kind of
We got spinach.
mint in there rooting, and we got rosemary rooting. We got
We got not cherries, but what are them? Cranberries. We got
Cranberries.
cranberries.
we got tons of cranberries. And actually, the cranberries are taking over a couple of my grow beds. I knew they would do good there, but they're really doing good there. And they'll grow just a little bit, and then they'll touch another place of gravel, and they'll root there, and I just cut them, and then all of a sudden I've propagated cranberries, and I've been doing that, and now I probably got 200 cranberries right now, and just from them sticking their arms into the next bed. So I'm gonna have to thin out some of that. But
Donna says, anyone grow tobacco, I was reading it was good to protect other crops. It's also good for pulling out poison and stuff out of insect bites.
yeah, well,
And
we grew tobacco last year, and we grew about I don't know, probably 25 plants in the greenhouse, and we just use them for medicinal purposes. Nobody smoked it here or anything like that, but it just all went away. And people were saying, "Oh, fresh tobacco," and we were like, "Here, try this. Here, try this." We didn't save enough for us to do some medicinal purposes, but next year we're going to grow probably 25 more, and then we'll give away a lot still, because we love to give stuff away, but we'll keep some for our medicinal uses, so we don't have to grow it every year.
That's what it sounded like. It didn't sound like duckweed. It sounded like that when you said it.
Oh, sorry, no, duckweed.
Duck.
Yeah, duck.
D-U-C-K.
Yeah, duckweed, and we mass produced that, and I use the excess we got because I take out 4. There's a little green thing. I'll show you next week, and I fill it up. Just go in there, scooping, because it grows. It multiplies every 7 days. It doubles every 7 days, so it'll get layers. A good inch thick duckweed, and when it gets so thick, algae likes to form. So I like to keep it on, like a 1/4 inch all the way across there, and that's plenty enough for the fish. So I'll take that out, and then we'll put it in our compost, and it'll heat up our compost, and it'll turn into dirt quicker.
Homestead and homesteading say good night, loving the instruction.
Thank y'all. Good night.
It's 9:01.
Oh, it's 9:01. Oh, sorry we had a rocky start, y'all. Y'all keep up with this homesteading chain, and we want to, tell everybody you need to go to. Don't stop with us. Go tomorrow night. There's a bunch of stoves. And she's going to get a list for us real quick and read them off. But this is bringing everybody together.
Tomorrow night from 5 to 5:30, we have Living Like Claire. 5:30 to 6, we have Off Grid Kid. From 6 to 7, we have 46 Degrees North Off Grid. From 8 to 9, we have Living on a Dime. And from 9 to 10, we have Deep South Homestead. This is all Eastern
Standard time. Yeah.
And then Sunday, we have 6 to 7, Alderman Farms. 7 to 8, Big Family Homestead. 8 to 9, Dirt Patch Heaven. 9 to 10, Off Grid Nation. And 10 to 11, Homestead Anomics.
Yeah, so y'all make sure that you check out all them channels, and if you're homesteading or thinking about homesteading, come join our community, because it's all joining together. We're, for the first time in history, we can communicate with each other and share secrets that we've learned through trial and error. And I know we're going to get into it on my shows, that the things I've tried and failed, I'll tell you, don't try that. So, but I have that in my videos too, but this will be live, but we're going to, go ahead.
Grandpa said, thanks for a great live show, guys. Glad you worked out the issues. I'm glad we did too. It is a relief. I'm really telling y'all.
Yeah, I'm glad we worked out too. And but we're gonna go ahead and get off air so that everybody can go have their relaxing night. And we enjoyed this, and really quick.
Hold on. Marlene, I'll put it in the link below once our live broadcast goes up. But just, if anyone has a pen and paper, is DS813 go for green living at gmail.com.
Yeah, my email. So she's gonna put it down there. Our email, our
Here.
business email.
I'm also going to type it in
Alright,
if
she's
I
gonna-
can get into the library from the computer. Let me see if this will show up.
Mama. Mama, how do you turn this on?
DS.
Daddy, how do you turn this on?
What day in a minute, baby? I don't know.
All right, guys. Keep talking, Dan.
All right, I'm sorry. I was watching her type, and
I got it. It went through. That's awesome.
but anybody's welcome to email us, contact us. We have tours here all the time. We do ask for a donation if you want to come here and give it a tour, because we have to stop work and you know, and show you around, and everybody wants an explanation for everything, which I can talk your ear off, and I don't mind. But you know, she
I
gets
can
on.
do.
She gets on to me when I talk too long. But anyway, just like now. But there's nobody after us, and we were running a little late. So, but anybody wants to come to the place is welcome to. And next week we're gonna run our cord out there, bring everything out there, and set it up for aquaponics live on Homestead Network.
Yes, Kitty's Homestead. You got it perfect. That's exactly how it is. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Good night.